Now it's time to calculate the mean for grouped frequency data. These calculations are a little tricky because we don't have the raw scores. But assuming this is our data set right here, and all we have are the intervals and the frequencies, we're forced to use this formula. There are only two formulas on the formula sheet you'll be given for the exam that have a mean, x bar, on it. One is for the raw score that we just did right above this one, right up here. And the other is for group frequency data right here. So this formula states that the sum of the frequency times the midpoints is in the numerator and the sample size is in the denominator. Let's see how we calculate this. So if we need to calculate the frequency times the midpoints, and this is all we start with, well, the first thing we got to do is calculate our midpoints. And I hope you remember how to do that from lesson 2. We just take the lower limit, add it to the upper limit, and divide by 2. 81 plus 90 divided by 2 is 85.5. So we do that for all our intervals. We have the frequencies and the midpoints. Now the formula says multiply the frequency times the midpoints. So we make another column. Frequency times midpoints. In this column we simply multiply the frequency times the midpoint to get to this answer. And we do that for each of our intervals. Now what does the formula say? Now sum the frequency times the midpoints. Alright, well, we made our frequency times midpoint column. All we got to do is add them up. If we add them all up, we come up with this number, 5,066, and we have the numerator to the equation. The last thing we got to do is work on the denominator, and that's easy. The denominator is the sample size. Now remember, don't be tricked by thinking that this is the sample size. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's not right. Those are 8 intervals. The sample size for group frequency is the total frequency. So the sample size for this would be 112. So now all we got to do is divide 5,066 by 112, and we get our mean for group frequency data, 45.23.